Okay, Cashstick Bullcraft here today. What I'm going to do today is, this is my Mosin Nagant. I already stripped it down. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, I suppose, where it'll show you how to take off all the stuff. But I've had this gun for quite some time now, and I pretty much just left it the way it was when I bought it. Didn't do any modifications or anything to it. I just liked the standard military look of this gun, and I just left it the way it was. But something that always bugged me since I got it was the fact that this butt cap was not very nicely inletted. And I guess since they're mass producing these things, not the fit and finish won't be as perfect and precise as you would get on a sporting rifle, but that always just bugged me. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to re-inlet this butt plate here and make it fit a little bit better and just make it look a little bit better than the way it looks now. And then while I'm at it, I figured I was just going to refinish the stock too. Take off all this old varnish, sand it down, and then refinish it. So that's what we're going to do. This is my latest project now. So I'm going to get the camera put down and start off with taking the butt cap off and beginning to inlet this thing. Okay, so we're back. What I did was I removed the butt cap. You could see where there's gaps and stuff all around it. And basically what I just did, I just went and eyeballed it, slid it up a little bit closer to where I think I want it. And I just drew a guideline here, probably about 1/8 of an inch closer. I'll have to shave off about 1/8 of an inch so that this thing will move closer up the stock and will come in better contact with this mortise here. Now, even when I do get this thing pushed up all the way, you can see that the mortise is still too big for the for this little tang part of the butt cap, and I guess I'm just gonna have to live with that. I just wanted to get rid of all these other grooves and stuff here. So so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and rasp this portion or this material off this portion of the stock, and then we'll begin to inlet it so that it'll sit a little bit further up into this mortise. Okay, so I got the buttstock shortened and rasped down the end of the stock here. I put the butt plate back on, and you can see there's some gaps and openings here, but that's easy enough to correct. But I think it's once I get this corner inletted, this tang will slide up a little bit closer to the end here, and it'll be a little bit better fit. So I'm going to put the camera down and turn it back on when I'm close to done and show you where I'm at. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I got to get this curved part inletted. You could see where the butt plate is touching this edge right here, or this corner right here. And what I have to do is get that worked down to more of a curve so that this thing will sit flat and flush on the stock. So basically what I'm going to do is, or what I've done is, I've wiped some of this inletting black onto the back corner of this butt plate here, and then we're going to put it back on the stock here. It's hard to do this one-handed, and press it down, and you can see here that the transfer color is transferred onto the stock. So everywhere where I've got black ink now, or this transfer color on, I've got to remove that wood. And sooner or later, the stock will move closer and closer to where it needs to be, and it will fit properly, at least for this corner, properly on the stock. So I'm going to go ahead and start working this and keep going with it, and I'll turn the camera back on when I get close to done. Okay, so we're back. You can see here that I worked that corner down so it's more curved, and it fits a little bit better the contour of the butt plate. Here's the other side of it right here. At least it fits a lot better than it did before. There's still a little bit of openings and gaps here, but I'm going to work those, and along with the whole bottom edge of this butt plate too. So little by little, it's getting a better fit. And then after I get it fitted on, I'm going to work down the surrounding areas of the stock to better match the contour of this particular butt stock or butt plate. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and keep working on it, and we'll turn the camera on when I get close to done. You know, I've been filming the work that I've been doing, but I haven't been filming me doing the work. So what I'm just going to show you here real quick is, you know, I just got through putting some inletting black on the back of this butt plate, and I put it on here, and I press it up against the back of the stock, and you can see that there's some inletting black that's transferred over. And the way I work that is I just get this Dremel tool here, turn it on, and just remove the wood that black is transferred to. Hard to do that with one hand. And then I refit it. But you can see that I've worked the stock to where the contours better match the butt plate. The spaces or gaps between the plate and the stock have gotten a lot smaller. I'm just working myself down, working my way down to the end here. But sooner or later, I'm going to get this whole stock shaped so that it'll fit flush and flat on the face of this butt plate. So that's pretty much how I remove the wood. It's a lot easier and a lot more precise than using a file. It's a lot easier too. So anyway, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and continue on. When I get this thing fully inletted, I'll turn the camera back on. Okay, so I've got the butt plate, the bottom screw screwed into the butt plate because I wanted to see how the fit was, and you can see here that all the gaps and openings are completely gone. This corner area here is better shaped to the contour of the butt plate. And what I have to do now is, since I scooted this butt plate forward a little bit, the hole, I have to plug that hole in the stock and drill another hole so I can drill this, put in a screw to hold the top part of the stock down, or the top part of the tang. So I'll get that done, and then I'm going to shape the stock to the contours of this particular plate. Okay, so that's where I am right now. It looks like the inletting of at least the back portion of this stock is done. Like I said before, that this mortise is initially was too big for this the tang part of this butt plate, so it's still going to have some openings in here, and I'm just going to have to live with that. But it will fit a lot better than it did before. Anyway, so I'm going to take this stock, this butt plate off, and plug up that hole, and then drill another hole so I can put this screw in there. All right. Okay, so we're back, and I've got that hole plugged up, and I screwed this new screw back into the new hole. And you can see I already worked some of this stock down flat, flush with the top of the butt plate here. And I got to do the same thing for the side of the gun. You can see here where the side, there's a lot of material that's hanging off the outside of this butt plate here, and I got to work that down. I already did this side, and you can see from looking at it that, you know, this side is pretty much flush up against this butt plate, but there's a whole lot of material still on the side over here that I got to work down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll turn the video on, turn the camera on when I get close to done, show you how it turns out. The openings and the gaps, there's one here and one here. I was thinking about filling them, but I don't think I'm going to fill them. I'm just going to leave them the way they are. It's not a big deal. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and continue working this side of the stock so that it fits the side of this butt plate. Okay, so all done with inletting the butt plate for this rifle. Again, you can see how it fits a lot better than it did before. So that's it. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to continue on with the rest of the stock and finish the stock, but I'll probably make a couple of videos doing that, but I just really wanted to do a video redoing this stock. So that's it for now. Cash Bowcraft. Thanks for watching.